Alright, doing a response video before my other response video. I already did a video response to Nick's solution video, which I found really pitiful. But anyway, and that was a little bit insulting maybe, I don't remember, but you know, Nick sort of pisses me off. And so then Nick did, apparently earlier, did a video on his, you know, just respond to Gary channel apparently, or, you know, take a dump channel, or whatever it is. And so, you know, whatever. Yeah, so he's done me the gracious dignity of, you know, a 1-minute response video on the crap channel. But anyway.
Hi Gary, I thought only fair to make a video reply to the video rich fuckers. I'll keep it short. What's the problem? You say rich fuckers are the cause of the problem. So this video is to ask you the question then, what's the problem?
Okay, he just says that over again, so I won't even bother playing the rest of it. So he could have done the video in 30 seconds, because he's not going to say, he's just going to repeat the same point. Well, look, the first problem is the dynamics of the economy, right? So let's not even bother about the big philosophical picture about distribution of what we might call the creation of stuff, you know, progress. I mean, you know, we could argue that yes, well, progress is cheap at the price of slavery. You know, if you can save 300 years of arduous work to accomplish something by, you know, enslaving, you know, a few million people today for 5 or 6 decades, yeah, there'd be an equation there about what was worth it. You know, would it be worth it? And we can do that all the time. We can all the time say, well, would it be worth it to cure cancer if we all had to eat, you know, frogs for the next 20 years? And we couldn't eat anything else. We just had to eat frogs, whatever the price we had to pay for it. You know, but the cost might be that we'll fail, and so we'll eat frogs for 20 years for no good reason. But anyway, there's all kinds of those big picture kind of economics. Well, right now we're in this critical, functional, practical economics. Okay, and in the practical problem right now, the practical problem is the economy is going to fail. It's going to go into the spiral. It's going to get caught in this whirlpool of destruction that's just going to obliterate civilization. So even though we have an infrastructure set up that might be terribly wrong in so many ways, you know, we have the Chinese making stuff and the Americans buying stuff, and we have Europeans, and we have all these people living lives functioning. Well, that whole functionality could be maintained. We could sustain it. Yes, the oil thing is going to have to be dealt with. We're going to have to reduce how much one group is using to allow other groups to use more and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, the thing could survive. It could stay afloat. The boat could float. All right? But if it crashes, then everybody's going down. The rich are going down. The poor are going down. Everybody's going down, and they're going down hard. That's the problem, is to stop the thing from crashing. And the reason why it's going to crash substantially is because there's a bunch of rich people who have IOUs for everything. Okay, your shirt, your glasses, my hair, my eyes. They have IOUs for all of this stuff. And they're going to start demanding, when they start panicking, they're going to start saying, give me my money, give me my money, give me my money. They're going to want the thing instead of this IOU paper. They're going to want the actual stuff. And most of these IOUs are written on future stuff. Taxes that haven't been paid. They'll be paid 30 years from now. They'll pay off the house kind of stuff. And but the IOU is going to say good to the holder. It's going to say you can get paid now. Even though the original IOU, the original contract, was on something that really doesn't exist now, through all the manipulations of the banking system, they have turned these things into federally insured deposits and other such things, and they were never intended to be that. They were contracts on some future thing that might or might not exist. And somehow, through all this manipulation, they now become guaranteed IOUs. All right, they become real money. And that's a problem. A big, big, big problem. And so something has to be done to change that equation so the rich fuckers can't sit there and collect their IOUs, because their IOUs mean my eyeballs have to come out of my head. Their IOUs mean that there's no world to live in anymore. There's no civilization. There's no rights. There's no anything. I end up working for 3 cents a day or something, a hamburger a day. That's the only way they can get paid back. There's no other way for them to be paid back. And my argument is we don't need them. They're not functional. They're not vital to the economy. They're not vital to keeping the boat afloat. And so the sensible thing to do, if the boat's being threatened, to go into the whirlpool and sink to the bottom of the fucking ocean and get, eaten by clams, the sensible thing to do is throw this shit overboard. Alright? We don't need these fuckers. That's why I call them fuckers. They're dead fucking weight. They're making holes in the boat. They're woodpeckers. You just don't need these bastards on your ship. So if they're not going to play the game fair, they're not going to be reasonable, then toss them into the fucking ocean and save the damn boat. Save the 98% and fuck the 2%. And it's a perfectly rational way to deal with the problem, keep the boat afloat until we can navigate to a more rational economic system that doesn't create this pitfall, this danger of creating whirlpools to get sucked down into. Anyway. Alright, so there's a second video. We'll cut this one at that. But that's the practical danger. I'd argue that, I'll go further. I'll argue that there's on the big picture scale, the problem with the rich is that they do no productive work. They waste Harvard educations and do nothing with it. They build, like I've said it before, if we took all their wasted spending, all their marble floors and their mansions and their yachts and their bullshit, and we piled it all up somewhere, people would be stunned and amazed. All their summer homes and their beach this and their house there and their this that. We stack up all that crap. The human species will be stunned. They'll sit there and look at it like you could look at the pyramids and just have your fucking jaw drop at the huge motherfucking waste of labor. What could we have done with all that human initiative? What could we have done with it? All that labor wasted. It could have cured something. It could have worked on something. We could have gone to goddamn Venus, not just Mars, with the initiative wasted on these silly, stupid fucking rich people and their stupid indulgences, their extravagance, their nonsense. And then when you get into the business world and you start figuring out all the waste that's in there, all the spam, all the small print, all the oil spills because they won't spend, $10 on something. What else? All the marketing. Just calculate all the waste that's in all that marketing crap. All that, let's figure out how to paint the can the right color and put the right logo on it to fool the fucker into buying our crappier product. Who the fuck is benefiting from any of that? Not any human beings. So what the fuck are we doing it for? Yeah, so that's the fucking problem. Waste is the problem. Huge, preposterous waste in the economic system as a whole. And then the immediate problem is collapse, brick wall, catastrophe, smash, boom, bang, blow up, boom, gone, destroy. That's the fucking problem. I can't believe it asked the question, but whatever. There's your fucking answer. Okay, enough said. Enough said.